Welcome back to the battlefield. We're going to kick off today's episode with some kind of monotonous stuff. Today is just going to be some empire maintenance and recruiting some armies. Potentially, we could see the beginning of some wars to our south or western borders. But we'll see how far we can get. Alright, so first off, I need to make sure that public order is managed. This guy was going to come down here and function as a governor. I'm going to disband his troops just to avoid the public order penalty from having extra troops there. Because while the public order is low, if you garrison troops, it could kind of help because you get the military presence bonus. But when public order is high and you garrison troops, you tend to get a penalty. Alright, so over here I need to pick up more troops. And if I remember correctly, I wanted to wait for a little bit until I could get some decent, what are they called, infantry. And I was going to check up here and see. Alright, so I don't have access to any particularly good infantry up here. I might be able to pick up some of those Armenian slingers. They look like they could be alright.
We fight for you, my lord.
But I don't think I will need very many skirmish units in this army because I've got 4 horse archers, and these guys have quite a bit of ammo, and they can do a lot of damage. They actually have just as much ammunition as a standard archer unit, the only difference is they have less men. So they can't quite do as much damage with missiles as an archer unit, but they are heavy shock, or not heavy shock cav, they are heavy cavalry, and can do well in melee, where archers won't. Alright, for this turn, I really don't know if there's anything else that needs to be done at all. If I remember right, I kind of distracted myself at the end of the last episode and just started doing stuff, even though I said the episode would be over. Alright, let's see. None of these help. See, what's this? Does it even provide any bonuses or anything? I've never equipped it to anyone before, so whatever, let's just go for it and see what happens. I doubt it'll even do anything. Alright, diplomacy. People around me are actually pretty happy with me. I've got to keep an eye on Parthia. Pontus has actually taken out the Galatians, which is a little bit surprising to me. Could I get... Okay, I got trade with Kartli. Could I maybe get non-aggression with them?
Friend. Be at home, and speak as you would before your own hard fight.
Alright, so I've got decent diplomatic security to my north.
I accept. Come. We have prepared the feast of some splendor.
A true champion always seeks improvement.
I will be honest. I seek coin as token.
I wouldn't mind non-aggression with these guys, but I don't really want to pay for it since they're at war with so many factions. It might not even be a good idea to have trade with them. So I'm just going to cancel that. Lots of people leveling up. Both the governors and the veteran. That's good.
At your service.
Alright, let's see. I could go for decreased construction costs and increased taxes, or I could go with the boost to upkeep. Yeah, I'll go with that first, and then this guy I will have go the other direction.
Ready for
So if I
orders.
move this army out of this province,
On the
my
move,
income
my
should
lord.
dip, right?
At your
Yeah, it
command.
just dropped by 100.
Advance.
Okay, nothing has changed here for recruitment.
Ready for orders.
Once this building completes, I'll have to check and see if this unit is any good. Part of the issue with a cavalry-based army is that your infantry really needs to be mobile. They either need to be mobile or they need to be like rock solid, able to hold off any kind of threat while they are severely outnumbered. And I just don't know if I will have access to that high quality of infantry this early on.
Who drops is left behind.
Or really ever. I don't know if Armenia gets access to that much quality. Okay, spy, wander over here. Let's try and find some of these Seleucid forces, because I'm sure they're out here somewhere.
On the move, treading softly. On the move, treading softly. As you command.
We make
Don't
this
want a defensive alliance. As much as I like having increased diplomatic relations, I don't want a defensive alliance yet, because I don't want to be drawn into any wars. If I go to war with the Seleucids first, it's basically
My
once I
people
declare
do not
war on them,
like
I have to fight them until they're gone. Because they won't want peace. Well, they won't likely want peace. I suppose it is possible.
I go.
I spent all that time trying to make him go this way, and then I just sent him the other way anyway. Alright, so Egypt is up here. That's actually kind of a bad sign. Because if Egypt takes that, then I might have to go to war with Egypt instead.
At your command.
Meantime, I'll keep upgrading that. More public order is a good thing early on.
Ready for orders. My lord.
I may as well, actually, I know I disbanded some units, but I'm going to pick up some more cavalry in this army. I'm not quite going to go as high tier though. I'll just go with the Azad nobles.
For our cause.
And I'll leave it at that for now.
Ready for battle.
I really hope Egypt does not win the Siege of Antioch. In all of the campaigns I've played on DEI, I've never seen Egypt actually beat the Seleucids. They usually just kind of stalemate.
As all the gods.
Okay, rebellion's gonna happen up here. I could probably send my
We fight for you.
faction leader up there again to boost the public order. Oh, I forgot to switch the edict, so that's some really bad management on my part. I need to go with growth as much as possible. So whatever has the highest growth bonus, so that one is +4. The danger of doing that is I've only got 1 food here, so that would put that province into a negative food situation. But I need the growth so bad that I'm just gonna do it.
We fight for you, my command.
And then next turn I'll move this army into Samosata, and hopefully that will take care of the food situation, because these guys should be taking food from the local region. I'll actually pull these guys out of the settlement and have them patrol as well. I don't want to use this army down here just because I lose a little bit of income for increased upkeep. Alright, so the eastern village up here is completed. Let's see what these guys look like. Hood Spearmen. So they are phalanx infantry. They look like okay infantry. I think I would probably rather have the Phrygian Axemen at this point, just because they're more mobile and more versatile. A pike phalanx is not very versatile in combat, in my experience. The main thing I want is to get up to 4th tier of growth so I can start building some infantry stuff. Okay, I should probably start focusing on my economy a little bit more now. And a warhorse breeder would be good to go with, because the sooner I can get high tier horses, obviously the better my cavalry will perform. But are there other things that would be more valuable first? +1 public order would be nice. The growth. Okay, I'm gonna go this direction just for the growth. Send this fine gentleman off to Bithynia to prevent a rebellion. Loyalty's not looking fantastic, but it'll be okay.
A treaty would be an arrow. We humbly ask for a single, modest subsidy to help.
Hermes, speed your acceptance. For my people
These
have
guys
been
are on
most
really good
generous in
terms with
offering even
Bosphorus,
this much.
so maybe being friends with them would be a good thing. My concern is... Wait a minute. Is Ardan at war with Kartli? Or is that like a past war thing? Whatever. My concern was that these two would end up declaring war on each other, so I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. Definitely not going to pay money for it right now. Okay, that's a bad sign. And it's a bad sign because all of a sudden these guys hate each other. Alright. Well, looks like there's going to be a slight change of plans. Since war has broken out up here, and I have diplomatic ties up there, that means they're all going to start fighting each other, and eventually I'm going to get dragged into it, so I'm going to start moving that direction. And getting at least one army ready to fight up there.
At once!
You guys can just hang out and patrol. That actually looks like a pretty decent army. Peltest pikemen? Oh, I guess they don't have ammunition, that's just a name. It'd be terrifying to see pikemen with missile units. Holy cow, Egypt is destroying the Seleucids. Alright, so I might be at war with Egypt instead of the Seleucids. We will see. In the meantime, I'm coming over here to pick up some of those Phrygian axemen. If I need to take this city at some point, I will definitely need 2 armies to do that. But I'm not going to worry about it too much just yet. Turn this guy into a city governor, because I don't expect him to be doing much fighting right off the bat.
We make this modest request.
Okay,
in the
did these guys
knowledge
get
that your
peace?
coffers
No, they're
strain
still
to
at war
contain your
over
wealth.
here, so I'm not going to accept that. You know, I was really hoping that I could actually manage to get all 3 of these factions to like each other, because normally they always end up at war with each other. But, you know,
Ready for orders.
evidently I did not learn from history, because they ended up at war with each other again. Right, I'll just pick up a bunch of these Phrygian axemen for now. I can only recruit 2 units per turn. That's pretty brutal. Alright, let's see. So having a -1 on food, what's that doing to my growth rate? Alright, so that's kind of negatively impacting it, but it's not as much as this is giving me a benefit.
How may I serve you? I go. Is there nothing
Right,
more?
looks like Egypt lost both of their battles.
I shall scout ahead.
And again, not really much to do on this turn. We're still kind of just waiting. I should actually take a look at exactly what's going on up here in the north. Alright, so these guys are kind of the outcasts. Because these 2 like each other. I just don't want to get involved up here, man. I could go over here and try and liberate that city.
I dare not ask. Will you agree to trade? We have much your people might enjoy, and your goods would enrich our markets.
Okay, that's a really good trade agreement to get. Veteran has leveled up again. Spend another turn picking up some more axemen.
At your command. Are you ready to serve?
It's really kind of annoying that I can't get 3 units at once. So you know what? Instead, I'm going to get some of these Pontic levies and then run over here and see if I need to fight these two armies. That would be, with the garrison there, there's no way I could win that fight, so I should probably start recruiting even more troops. My income is going to tank so bad.
On the move, my lord.
Still not taxing that province. I can go ahead and start taxing this province, I think.
Ready for battle. At your command.
Alright, so I've got cavalry in this army. Plenty of melee cap here. I should probably just get a whole bunch of
Are you ready to
spearmen
serve?
in this army. I'm not going to bother switching the edict out, because I want the growth more than I want the recruitment. Discount, I suppose. Loyalty looks fine. I'm not going to spend money on sending this guy out and around for a little while because I expect my income to go negative really soon. I keep forgetting that my spy exists, but that's okay.
You are wise enough not to sit idly upon the bank, but to take the fish as it swims by. Can you not see? Together, our army...
Okay, that's definitely okay with me. Okay, that gives a little bit of a growth bonus, having finished that technology. I'm actually going to keep this spy down here just to keep an eye on the goings-on between Egypt and the Seleucids. Okay, I'm not really concerned about any of those wars. My income is tanking, but it is still positive.
Ready for orders. March. At ease.
Maybe I should pick up some archers here as well. Armenian archers are not particularly good. Maybe I would be better off with the slingers. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the slingers instead.
Requires noble men. We fight for you, my lord.
That's a bit unfortunate.
It is a great and
I forgot that that would happen. Somehow it slipped my mind that I could only recruit 2 units.
ready for battle.
So switching the unit type I was recruiting wouldn't increase my recruitment capacity. It's pretty silly of me, but anyway. Okay, down here, public order is a disaster. The primary issue, I would imagine, is cultural differences. There's no way I can outdo the Seleucids for Hellenic culture while I only own 1 settlement. So maybe I will just have to let this settlement go. We will see. Okay, and maybe this province actually isn't quite ready to be taxed just yet. Alright, so I know this is a bit of a slow episode, but that's kind of how campaigns go. I think it's more important to set myself up for long-term victories than it is to rush into battles and be constantly fighting over the same settlement. When I take territory, I like to be able to keep it. So I could very easily run down to Edessa and take that settlement. I could do that no problem. I could probably take a couple of settlements in here, but I'm not confident that I could hold them because I'm not sure how this situation is going to play out.
At once.
so I don't think it's worth getting involved just yet. Okay, definitely going to have a rebellion here. I need to start sending a general down to help out with that. So I'll send this guy. I may as well pick up a couple of units. I'll just pick up some Armenian cavalry because they're light and inexpensive. But I need to have something to help me deal with the rebellion that pops up here. I should actually pick up a couple more units, I think. That should be well more than sufficient to take on the rebellion. Over here, I could still pick up a couple more units, so I'm going to go with the heavy horse archers, except there's no more recruitment capacity in this province. Well, I've still got another couple of turns before they leave, so the recruitment there is not the priority.
At your command.
Spy.
Many faces. I am no one.
Yeah, just go ahead and hang out
As
right
you
here.
command.
I can see both settlements from here. These guys are actually going to take Antioch. That's pretty impressive. Alright, on to the next turn. I've just realized my faction is at 0 food. It might be that the only battle I end up getting to fight in this episode is just putting down another 4-unit rebellion. That's kind of boring. But we are gearing up for a potentially pretty big battle over here. Okay, food shortage and income shortage. If I go over here and deal with these guys, it'll help with both of those. Because them raiding is depleting both my food and my income. Unfortunately, it is Cappadocian Hillman, so it might actually be a little bit more difficult to deal with than I expected. But I'm not going to worry too much about recruiting extra troops over here. Because I suspect they will just get a bunch more Hillmen. And my guys should be able to beat Hillman pretty easily. Just by shooting. Well, you know what? 300-man units, maybe not. I will pick up just a couple of units of infantry here to help out, I think.
Are you ready to serve?
I've got to get infantry that can actually hold out for a little bit, though. Up here, we're still marching. I may actually march this army through here. Path blocked. Oh, okay, that's down there. Alright, over here, let's keep working our way around. I really could use some intel on what's going on around here. Maybe I can kind of cheese that and get it with the diplomacy screen. Looks like not quite yet. Okay, so Cartley doesn't like me very much. I may have to break off my trade and non-aggression and all that with these guys.
You have my full attention. My ears. Very well. Our arrangement.
That's not
is
really
over.
banking me very much anyway, so I'm just going to go
Our
ahead
traders
and
will look.
end my agreements entirely
We
with this
march
faction.
our.
Because I need to be able to attack them as soon as possible. Okay, income is going to be in the hole in a major way, but that's okay for now. I need to redeploy my spy, so I've got some food across my faction. And I'll call that good to go. my income's going to go even lower
I dare not
once
ask much for my...
I pull my armies out of this province, because I've got 2 governors decreasing their upkeep. But I don't think it'll make too big of a difference. It'll maybe do like an extra 300 or 400 gold per turn, I
There
think.
is much to be said.
Okay, it's a little bit unfortunate that Kartli actually took this settlement. That is also unfortunate, but I think it's worth spending the money to repair. Alright, so let's see. Kartli, are we on good terms? Yes, we are.
The pleasures of my
Can we have some
household
military
are yours
access?
to enjoy. First, though, the necessary burdens of diplomacy. We fire this arrow straight and true. It is...
Whatever, fine. Alright, so I've got
my friend.
diplomatic security again on my northern border. I've spent a ton of time and money moving up there and recruiting troops, but at least now it's secure and dealt with. And I can start rotating back to the south and going back with my original plan. Alright, now let's see. Do we have what it takes to beat this army? Hopefully. I think to start, I'm just going to try and hide my couple of units of spears, because I want to play the skirmish game with them.
Royal cataphracts!
Okay, let's see here. Nowhere really stands out as a particularly good place to have an engagement, so I'll just go right up the middle. I'd like to pick off their archers quickly in melee, but I'm not sure I will be able to isolate them.
Royal cataphracts! Riders on me! Horse skirmishers!
Okay, these horse archers actually have pretty decent range.
Cavalry! Missiles ready! Horse archers! Riders advance!
What range do they have? 150, so slightly less than a regular archer unit at 165.
Forward!
I'm just trying to see what kind of movement I can get them to do.
Royal cataphracts!
Let the general keep moving up nice and slow. I should get the infantry up here as well, just so they're close enough to actually do something.
Riders advance!
I take a volley here, that's a little bit unfortunate.
Cavalry! Missiles ready!
Give the guys a charge order just to hopefully chase them off. Take a bunch of javelins from the hillmen.
Quickly now!
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Horse skirmishers! Missile-armed riders! Horse skirmishers!
There's actually a reasonably good chance that I'm going to lose this
Our
battle.
orders!
Okay, the archers are staying in the center of the group, which means I'm not going to be able to just charge in and kill them in melee real quick. So we'll have the horse archers start firing at them just to at least get some damage done. Unfortunately, they have the unit of hillmen blocking a lot of those shots with their shields. Let these guys take the javelins. I'll try and keep them moving while it's happening.
Armored horsemen! Quickly now! Ready! Ready! Ride on! Missile cavalry! At your command!
Okay, definitely taking a bit of damage from the javelins there. If these guys break, I'm going to chase them down and make sure they are either dead or shattered. Okay, you guys can cease fire. Okay, that's them shattered. That's good enough. And I think most of the enemy javelins should be gone as well, so I should be good to just circle around them and start unloading my ammunition.
Missile-armed riders!
These guys still have
Our
some
hidden units have
javelins.
been discovered.
I definitely don't want them chasing my infantry.
What are your orders?
Okay, let's try and hit this unit while it's out running around. Hopefully their shields won't be very effective. Oh, you know what? Those guys don't have ammo. They're a spear unit. Duh.
Horse archers!
I don't want to focus my ammunition on their melee infantry because my shock cav can deal with that well enough on its own.
Our orders!
But the spear infantry definitely is a little bit more of a threat to my cavalry.
Missile cavalry!
Okay, let's try and focus everyone on the same unit.
Horse archers! Riders and arms!
There's another set of javelins. It hurts, but it's okay.
Missile-armed riders! Ready! Tearders! Horse archers! Horse archers!
Yeah, I'm not really sure the best way to actually use skirmish cavalry.
We await your orders!
It always just ends up this kind of weird blobby mess of me running in circles while the enemy charges around and tries to catch me. Do any of these units have more javelins? I sure hope not. Alright, go on, keep running. Okay, there's maybe an opportunity to have some of these isolated units get caught and dealt with. Just go ahead and keep running away over there. Okay, you guys keep running through. And now fire at will. Oh, don't be like this, come on. This may have been a mistake here.
We are at your command.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and let my horse skirmishers fire at will now.
Skirmishers!
Orders.
My lord!
Horse archers.
Swift and accurate!
Forward.
Horse skirmishers! Riders at the double!
Swift and accurate.
If I can weaken them badly enough that a quick charge kills off these units, then I can
Our
send in my
hidden units have
infantry.
been discovered.
But until then, I kind of don't dare. Alright, General, get in there. Light Cav, come out around the side.
Swift and accurate.
We await your orders!
Horse archers. My lord. At the ready.
It's not going to be a particularly good charge because the unit is moving.
Our hidden units have been
Okay,
discovered.
I'm going to send the infantry in.
Our general is under attack. Missile armed riders.
We await your orders! What are your orders?
Okay, those guys will be out of javelins soon, I hope.
We are at your command!
Horse archers.
Horse skirmishers!
Horse archers.
Horse skirmishers!
Okay, these guys are not quite breaking. I'll leave the cavalry in on them for now.
What are your orders?
Horse archers.
These horse archers are out of ammo.
One of our units. has
Alright,
used
this
all
is
its
actually
ammunition.
starting to look really ugly.
Advance at ready!
Because I'm basically out of ammo and there's still a lot of infantry to deal with.
Missile cavalry.
We await your orders!
Okay, I need to get my general out of this engagement. Let's just go ahead and pull both of these units out of here.
Horse archers. Swift and accurate.
These guys still have some ammo.
Lord. Advance at speed.
Okay, let's try and get a rear charge here on the melee infantry.
Royal Cataphracts!
My guys will hold out for a little bit.
Horse archers. Horse skirmishers.
Send in another unit here to try and quickly rout them, and then hopefully get my cavalry back out of there.
What are your orders?
Ready!
Awaiting orders.
Just keep playing around in circles. Come on, just break.
We'll kill them all.
Okay, I need to send my general in here because they're surrounding me.
Missile cavalry.
You guys go ahead and fire into them. Alright,
Spears!
one of these units turn around
Skirmishers. Cavalry.
and make sure we hold the flank.
Horse archers. Horse skirmishers.
Okay, you guys need to find a way to get out of there.
Horse skirmishers.
Ready to ride!
Orders.
Royal Cataphracts!
Okay, cataphracts get a charge over here as well.
We are at your command! We await your orders!
Awaiting orders.
Try and get some rear charges going over here, and hopefully that will see these guys off the battlefield.
Horse skirmishers! Advance at speed!
Okay, we'll send one unit here, one unit there, one unit here, and then just run down as much as we can.
Royal Cataphracts! Ordered by law!
Alright, so it was messy, but we got there in the end.
The The enemy general is dead.
Didn't take very many casualties either. Alright, so yet another rebellion has been defeated. These dudes all just hanging out. One nice thing about doing that battle is that it was a simple way to show me that even though these horse archers are cheaper than these javelin men, they on average they have an easier time getting their worth in a battle. So these units are probably in pretty much every situation better to recruit than these javelin skirmishers. So that is good to know. Will I remember that? Who knows? Okay, unfortunately I do need to chase them all the way down here, because if you don't kill the rebellion, it just keeps forming, and I don't know if I can trust the AI to finish them off. Fortunately, this will go very, very quickly. See if we can get some not foggy weather so that our missile units are more accurate.
Royal cataphracts! What are your orders?
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Couldn't even see that in there. Yeah, just go ahead and keep firing. They won't last long.
Our general is under attack.
Just end it there so that the general doesn't get killed. Yeah, I still did some friendly fire. Alright, so I will go ahead and end this episode here. I know it's been a little bit of a slower one, but sometimes that's just how these things go. I extended the length of this episode so that I hopefully won't have 2 episodes in a row that are a little bit slow like this. But we'll start to see things pick up real soon as I declare war on more major factions. So until then, I hope you guys are enjoying. I'll see you in the next one.